Posters, slogans, campaign promises from candidates vying for support from Germany's more than 62 million eligible voters. At stake are all the seats in the lower house of parliament, the Bundestag, and with that, a new government. So what are voters concerned about?
For me, the big issue is if we can manage to restructure the economic system, to get more people into jobs, and to make sure the country doesn't fall apart.
Like most countries, Germany has been hit by the global economic crisis. Even though recent figures show the country is pulling out of recession, Germans are worried, says political analyst Niels Diederich of Berlin's Free University.
It's astonishing that most people say that they personally don't feel problems with this crisis, but there are fears that in future unemployment and other problems could come to the people. So the economic problems are the main topic in this election.
Das ist unser Ziel, weil sich die Frage stellt, bleibt Deutschland?
Incumbent Chancellor Angela Merkel has been leading in the polls. She hopes her centre-right Christian Democratic Union will win enough seats to put together her coalition of choice with the pro-business Free Democrats. Her main opponent is one of her current coalition partners, Foreign Minister Frank-Walter Steinmeier from the left-of-centre Social Democrats. The past 4 years, Germany has been ruled by a grand coalition of the two main parties, the conservative Christian Democrats and the left-leaning Social Democrats. But opinion polls show Germans are disenchanted with the arrangement.
If you have coalitions, you have to compromise. And compromising makes decisions unclear.
That, says Diederich, means voters often do not really understand the decisions being made, and that makes for uncertainty. And Germany's involvement in Afghanistan has become an issue after the recent incident in Kunduz, where German commanders called in a NATO airstrike against Taliban fighters that also killed civilians. Germany's involvement in the war is an issue on the minds of voters.
With the involvement of our military, I ask myself if Afghanistan is really so important, just as we asked ourselves if Iraq was handled well.
Germany has some 4,500 troops in Afghanistan, and most Germans want them out.
It's a feeling in the majority of the voters that Germany should leave Afghanistan as quick as possible.
Germans may not be happy with the coalition they now have, and they may have misgivings about the future, but they take voting seriously.
I think if you're not interested in voting, you have yourself to blame if we end up with some terrible government. It's the only way to make our influence felt.
German voters will have the final say on who sits in parliament and which parties form a coalition to lead the next government. Sonja Pace, VOA News, Berlin.
Ja.